This video is only possible thanks to viewers like you. To support the channel and get more, go to patreon.com/optimisticduelist and subscribe. Link in the description. When telling a story of the end, where does one begin? At the true beginning, or at one of the many points between disguised as such? What about a story shaped like a circle, where the ending and the beginning create each other again and again? Homestuck is one such story. So I suppose, like any circle, if we wish to chart its path, then we simply have to pick a place to start and draw. So let's pick the most convenient time and place. The beginning, from our perspective, April 13th of 2009. The day Homestuck began and the day we first met John Egbert. This is his 13th birthday. And as he tells us, as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from his life. John has a loving father, a normal childhood, a peaceful world to grow up in, but still, he has a feeling, even this early into his story, that something is wrong. He tells us, the streets are empty, wind skims the voids keeping neighbors apart, as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed, or say, a plundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. It's the one desolation plays to keep its instrument in tune. Desolation is a fitting feeling for this day, because it's also the date of the end of the world. His world, anyway. A version of Earth not unlike ours. John's Earth has been doomed to die on this day since long before John was born, and long before the Earth itself existed in the first place. All because of the video game John is presently waiting for, Spurb, which he will soon begin playing with his friends, Rose Lalonde, Dave Strider, and Jade Harley. The history of their planet is defined by a series of meteors sent by this game. The first arrived in early prehistory, depositing an omnipotent being known as a First Guardian, who then spent eons protecting Earth. And a ruined altar in the shape of a frog, inscribed with strange symbols that, when translated, would turn out to be a programming language meant to code the game that would spell the planet's final doom. 4 more meteors arrived across the 1900s, leaving behind 4 special humans who would make sure the kids were cared for, serving as both their guardians and ancestors. John's Nana, Dave's bro, Rose's mom, and Jade's grandpa. These last 2 would ensure that the game was created and ready to play, by compiling the code from the frog ruins and releasing it through Grandpa's multi-billion-dollar company, SkyNet. Along the way, Grandpa would have 2 children, Jude Harley and Joey Claire, eventually sparking the events of Hiveswap. Then, starting in 1995, the 4 chosen heroes began to arrive. Jade Harley's meteor landed on December 1st, soon followed by Dave Strider's on December 3rd, and Rose Lalonde's on December 4th. And then finally, John Egbert's on April 13th of 1996. All of this was set up for the day when these 4 kids could play this game together, giving them the only hope of surviving the devastation to come, as the asteroid sent by their game swallowed the Earth in fire. Later, in the Earth's far-off future, 400 years after the apocalypse, aliens exiled from Spurb's kingdoms to Earth would try to restart civilization on the planet their homeworld devastated. Along the way, they would come across terminals that let them plant thoughts in the kids' minds, which they used to guide the kids along their adventure. Also guiding, manipulating, and influencing the kids are the group of 12 internet trolls they grew up being haunted by, who reveal themselves as the 12 players who played the game before them and created the humans' universe in the first place. All in all, it was an awful lot of trouble for everyone to go through, considering their game was doomed to fail. The kids' beta copy of Spurb housed a glitch that produced widespread effects, including a bomb that would wipe their session from existence, and the rise of a tyrant who becomes an unbeatable boss. Combined, all of this left them with an incredibly short time limit of 24 hours. Unable to win traditionally, the kids instead choose to start their game from scratch, resetting their universe's timeline using an obscure game mechanic and then escaping the game, in hopes of meeting up with the trolls and finding the new session they created somewhere else in Paradox Space. Rose and Dave would escape into the endless darkness of the furthest ring, while John and Jade would escape the story itself, breaking into the story of the new session through the slim space between their two fourth walls. But in the process, the four children would begin to stumble onto hints of a deeper, unsettling truth. The glitch that ruined their copy of Spurb didn't even originate in their session. It had already infected the Trolls game before them, and it has already infected the session they hope to escape to after. John feels like something is missing from his life, and he is right. Freedom. Freedom is missing. On an existential level, everything about the reality he was born into is locked into place. Stuck, if you will, in the jaws of fate. Here, fate is a monster with a face, its teeth bigger than anyone he knows can imagine. This is where our story begins, because here is where our heroes first glimpse beyond the Emerald Curtain, and start taking their first true steps out of the circle. Here is where they begin to ascend. This is the beta session. Hey guys, just to let you know, now that we've entered Season 2 of Homestuck Explained and our exploration of the beta session, patron voting on the next round of videos has officially begun. I reorganized the next couple of videos somewhat, and soon after we finish this round, we'll finally be getting to character videos on John, Dave, Rose, and Jade. So if you want to say on what order the videos come out in the near future, now's a great time to hop on the Patreon. Either way, I'll see you guys again soon, so thanks for watching. Huge thanks go out to my patrons for making this video possible. If you want to help support the channel and come join us at our awesome and growing Discord community, feel free to join us for as little as $1 a month. You can also find me on the r/Hiveswap Reddit and Discord. That's all for now, so thank you again, and as always, keep rising.